Well, when a human ingests psilocybin, the body metabolizes it into a compound called psilocin.
Psilocin, okay.
And that psilocin actively binds to and modulates the 5-HT2A serotonin receptors in the brain.
Okay, let's break the mechanics of that down for a second. Serotonin is usually associated with mood regulation, right? Like feeling happy or stable.
Generally, yes.
So what happens when a powerful psychedelic hijacks that specific serotonin receptor?
It leads to a profound desynchronization of what neuroscientists call the default mode network, or the DMN.
The default mode network.
Think of the DMN as the brain's central router, or maybe as like its rigid corporate hierarchy.
I like the corporate hierarchy analogy.
Yeah, it is the network that keeps your thoughts linear. It filters out the overwhelming amount of sensory input you receive every single second, and crucially, it maintains your autobiographical sense of self, your ego.
So the DMN is the part of my brain that makes sure I know that I am me, that I have to pay my taxes next month, and that a tree is just a piece of wood, not a breathing, feeling entity.
Exactly. It's an evolutionary survival mechanism to keep you focused on immediate terrestrial threats and tasks. You can't be staring at a tree, marveling at its existence, if a tiger is trying to eat you.
Right, that makes total sense.
But when psilocin hits those 5-HT2A receptors, the DMN essentially powers down. The corporate hierarchy completely collapses.
So the CEO is out of the office.
The CEO is gone. And suddenly, different regions of the brain that normally never communicate start firing signals directly to each other.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, the visual cortex might start talking directly to the auditory cortex, which is why people on psychedelics experience synesthesia, like literally seeing sounds or tasting colors.
That is so wild. And without the DMN maintaining that rigid sense of self, that's when you get that classic psychedelic phenomenon of ego dissolution.
Yes. The boundary between the self and the environment chemically disappears. Now, returning to the Stone Ape theory for a second.
Right.
While mushrooms probably didn't invent language, the underlying principle of neuroplasticity that they trigger is very real.
Neuroplasticity being the brain's ability to rewire itself.
Exactly. The idea that environmental inputs can trigger profound neurochemical changes that force a brain to adapt, that is a core driver of evolution.
I see.
And therapeutically, this is exactly why psilocybin is showing massive potential right now in clinical trials at places like Johns Hopkins.
Treating PTSD and stuff.
Yes. Severe PTSD and treatment-resistant depression. It essentially allows a patient's brain to temporarily escape these deeply entrenched negative neural loops and physically rewrite the pathways while the DMN is offline.
It's fascinating how biology will use extreme chemistry to adapt and heal.
It really is.